Well, good afternoon, everybody. Great crowd. See some new faces, some former Hardrocker athletes joining us today. So welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming out for the first Hardrocker Luncheon of 2016. Happy New Year. Hope everybody enjoyed their break. Students still on break, except for our scholar athletes. They're back here and ready to work, and big games coming up this weekend. So no Ryan Larson today. We're missing Ryan Larson. He's out actually on the road with assistant coach Kenny Paulus. So a lot of pressure on a senior. They have pressure anyway, but a lot of pressure on a senior representing women's basketball. We'll have Devyn Asche come up here shortly. Kick things off. Hardrocker men's basketball team went on the road last weekend down to Grand Junction, played Colorado Mesa, up to Salt Lake City, played Westminster, went 1-1. They're now 4-3 in the conference in the RMAC. That's second place in the Rocky division of the RMAC. Right now, 6-5 overall. Welcome up, Jason Henry.
All right, I was gonna throw in my Ryan joke, I guess, but not gonna do that. So we will save some time for Debbie, I guess we call her now. But no, for Devyn, she can talk plenty, I'm sure, and we'll do a great job. So yeah, it was a great Christmas break for us to get away a little bit, and the NCAA makes us take a week off, basically from a Monday to a Sunday. You can't have any practice time or do anything with the guys or the gals. So it was a nice break for them, I'm sure, for us, and a nice break for the coaches too, to get out and watch some other basketball games. Honestly, there wasn't a lot of basketball games going on because of how the break fell. So typically I'll spend the 10 days, and it feels like about 8 of them are watching basketball games and doing some different things as far as the recruiting side goes. So it was nice to spend some time with some family and get caught up, honestly, around here on Monday and Tuesday. Get some things paperwork-wise and all that kind of stuff. So the games, going back, we didn't have this meeting, so we had a couple games before break. We did split, and most of you in here know and whatnot. Connor got hurt in one of those games right before halftime, about 5 minutes in. He was averaging there. He had about 11 points and 7 rebounds or something already, and he went down. And we were able to hang on and win that game against Western New Mexico. And then the next night, we played the top team in the conference, really athletic, Highlands, New Mexico Highlands, and obviously not having him, and did some great things to stay in the game. Had some chances at the end of the game, but a lot of athleticism, and kind of took it at us a little bit, and then, like I said, cut it to I think 5 or 6 even in the late in the second half, and then they went on a little bit more of a run and pulled away. So in that game, Jamal Taylor finally had a breakout game. He hasn't played for about a year and a half. Redshirted for us last year, and I shouldn't say a year and a half, hasn't played. But played this year, but he hasn't had his breakout games where he's a scorer for us. Can do a lot of things, especially on the offensive side, and he really broke out in that game. I think he ended up with 24, 26 points, and kept us in it. So that was great to see. Different guys stepping up with Connor not being in there and whatnot. Well, then we come back from break and talk about Jamal. Then Jamal gets hurt on Tuesday, so we were without Jamal and Connor this past weekend, and that's kind of where we'll talk about from this weekend. Now you go on the road, and our bus driver did a great job, but we got there in about 10 hours and whatnot, so it's 10, 11 hour drive down to Mesa or to Grand Junction. But the roads were awesome. The roads were awesome, and got us there safe and sound, and went out and ate, and went and played the next day. Well, that's another 4 hours in between that, 4.5 hours to get to Salt Lake and get in at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then get to shoot around and all those fun things. So, it's a little bit taxing on us all. I still haven't recovered. Hopefully our guys and gals have, but it takes me a little bit longer, I guess, to recover from some of that stuff. But that first night out in Grand Junction, Mesa was picked guys-wise in the top 3 or 4 going into the season, and they definitely showed it. They can shoot. They got the player of the month in the NCAA. Their big kid, he got 22 and 15, I believe, against us. And we did a great job again, so we were excited when we get done. So that tells you what kind of player that kid is, and then what they run for him. They want to get touches for him every time down, and they just do a great job. And so they beat us on that game, turn around and beat Black Hills the next night, and they'll get things rolling. They're continue rolling a little bit. We're fortunate that they do come back up here in about a month here now. So Then, like I said, jumped in the bus, got there mid-morning, and got some sleep, and then came back out, and we didn't have a shoot-around until later in the afternoon, and had a good shoot-around. You know, our guys were real focused, and just came out in that game. You know, I think we scored 19 points against Mesa in the first half. You know, once again, we lose a lot of our scoring. Guys were missing shots, still got some good looks and that kind of thing. Same thing happened the second night. It was 25 to, I think, even 19 again. I don't know what we had in that first half against Salt Lake or Westminster down Salt Lake. And finally we went in at halftime and we were just like, guys, we just need to play. I mean, let's go score, let's go shoot the ball, let's relax. And we definitely challenged them a little bit after the game the first night, and then again at halftime of, you know, let's go attack, let's get in that attack mode. And Brian Orr had a great second half for us. You know, he had a couple threes in the first half, and then he scored 18 points, I believe, in the second half, and he was 5 for 8, 5 for 6, 6 for 8, something like that from the three-point line. But that's what he's capable of doing. And going into this year, early on in the season, you know, he's just a guy that can flat out stroke it from anywhere, and he's been shooting about 20% from the three-point line. So that doesn't help us on the defensive side, doesn't help us on the offensive side, but he definitely stepped up in that game, and we were able to come away with a win. A lot to do with him. And a bunch of other guys. You know, I told the paper here yesterday is it's not just going to be one guy that we can really lean on to fill that kind of gap that we have with our scoring. We need other guys to step up, and he definitely did in this game. But moving forward, we expect a lot from all the guys, and they just have to take it to another level. We did get a couple guys back. Joe Newkirk, some of you guys that saw him play early this year, he was injured a lot of last year as well, so didn't get a lot of time with just a guy that grew too fast or whatever, but had some back injuries basically his whole career, it seems like. Been playing pretty well, and then he did have another injury. He's been out basically a month and a half, and he was able to come back, and he's just changed practice. You know, that's a big part of it is you get to practices and you don't have you know, some weapons and that kind of thing, is you don't feel like you get better. And we felt like we got better this last week, and then again these last 2 days we've had some of our better practices. And then Wenzel Sterling's another one. He redshirted for us last year. Expecting good, big things from him, and right before our first game, he tore up his thumb. He caught it on a jersey. I think we've talked about that in here, and ripped up his thumb, and now he's healthy and he's back. So got a couple guys back in the lineup, but like I said, the guys that have been playing, we just need to lean on them a little bit more and get these guys through the injuries that, you know, it's part of basketball. You know, like Coach Collins said that so many times last year, or this year, but during this season, is next guy up, and we're in the same boat. And that's why I was so proud of our guys on especially Saturday night. After, if we're full strength going into that game, it's a 50-50 shot. We're going to win. You know, it's so many things stacked against you when you're on the road. So many things that getting up in the morning, all that kind of stuff. And our guys just found a way to win and taking it to overtime. Had a chance at the end in regulation and tried running a set and didn't execute it right, threw it out of bounds, and our guys came back to the huddle, and they thought they were going to win right there. Every one of them were like, hey, we're going to score right now, the game's going to be over. Well, it didn't happen. We turned it over, and they came back, and they were just like this, and I go, oh, crap. You know, here we go, going into overtime, and their heads are down, and just the body language that we talk a lot about, and it wasn't the case. All of a sudden, boom, they came back out, and they were ready to go for that 5 minutes, and outscored them and got the job done. So, got a couple highlights from the weekend. Like I said, pretty excited about the guys to be able to bounce back that second night. Just a little rebound, perfect rebound, Marco. That's why we put it on there. All right, next clip. Oh, wait. Marco will be up here. We'll try to turn it over there. We're kind of sloppy in this game because we have a lot of guys I'll talk about in a second here playing different spots. So Brian coming off, hard to the middle of the floor, just a nice back cut play. And we talk a lot to our guys about getting the ball exactly where Brian did, and good things will happen. And obviously good things happen whether he shot it or not. Just a quick play here for Brian. And this is how his night went. He's got a 6'10" guy in the corner with his hand up, and he's basically fading away, hitting a three-pointer. So, you know, he misses some wide open looks sometimes, and then he hits those. So I guess it's nice that he can shoot like he can. All right, and Jamal is coming off of here, or Jamal. Okay, nice quick post move there, and then a quick set we run after our free throws as well here. Just executed, I don't think we ran this all year. Executed it well. Obviously finished with a dunk is pretty well too. So that was Tyler Schoening from the pass from Jay Sean. So definitely some highlights. One of the last things, I'll let these guys get up here and talk, is things that we're, I wouldn't say struggling with right now, but things that we've had to put guys in different spots. And Tyler's one of them that will come up here now. And I had to play the post. When Joe went down, Ty got moved. He's probably more of a four-man for us, what we look. A trail guy, can shoot the ball a little bit. He's able to guard. He's got good feet, able to guard other people's power forward, so to speak. And we've had to put him basically against the big boys down low. You know, he's 6'6", strongest guy on the team and all those kind of things. Well, now that we got Joe back, now we got Joe and Justin doing some good things there, and then Connor's out. Well, okay, let's put Tyler in there, and now go back to your so-called original spot that he basically hasn't played all game. Well, what I do, I sub him in to go run what we want to run in that particular set, and I wanted to go, and I look at him, and I'm like, okay, let's go run this, and he looked at me like, I got no idea what to do. And this is the game's on the line, and I'm just going, you're kidding me. But just the simple fact that he told me that instead of going out there for his teammates, usually, you know, we're all male, we got the biggest egos there are around. Coach, I'll figure it out, and away we go. He just looked at me like, that's fine, let's put somebody else in there, they're gonna do what they're supposed to do, execute it, and away we go. So that's a huge deal for him, but it kind of took me, you know, a step back going, oh crap, here we go. Same thing with Troy. You know, Troy, obviously, white toe, had to move into, you know, basically Tyler's spot, and all of a sudden he's playing the four, now he's playing more of the wing, Troy's playing more of the wing, so, and he has no idea what he's doing right now. So you go back and look through the game, and there were so many times that a lot of things happened in that game that we just weren't sure what to do. So if we can get that fixed going forward now, you know, we're excited about the situation that we're in, and guys that are stepping up. So, any quick questions for me before I let these two big dogs talk? Yes?
What's Connor's status?
Connor's status is basically week to week. I wouldn't even say day to day. He just talked to me out here, and he's like, I was ready to, you know, tape it up and away we go. You know, we all know Connor, and he probably would go do that, honestly. He's just not ready yet. You know, I would assume at least a couple weeks before we would try, you know, and then see what happens once we try. Great job with our staff, though, as our athletic trainers, our Dr. Soul. He was in yesterday morning again for these guys. I mean, that's the best part of having that relationship with Rapid City Hospital and stuff is just the fact that we have people there that now we're comfortable with what they're telling us, you know, and then, like I said, with the athletic trainers and stuff, we're really confident in what they're telling us, and they'll get us out there as soon as they can because, you know, they want the kids out there playing as well. We're excited with that. Anything else? Okay, we'll get these two guys up here. Tyler Schoening's from Nebraska, right down the road, and you know he's stepped in for a guy that hasn't played a lot of minutes the last couple of years. Really had another great summer. Got big, strong. Did the things that we've asked him to do over and over and over, and he's finally got an opportunity. Been a starter at the post for us right now, and like I said, he'll be able to play now the 4 and the 5 spot, but just does a lot of great things for us. And then new guy to our program is Marco Pascollo. He's a kid from Italy. Tyler's going to translate for him when he does come up here, so he's very fluent in his language. So, but Marco's new to our program. He's a junior college guy from Nebraska as well. He's out in North Platte, and had a great career there for 2 years. You guys have seen him play. Can really step out, shoot the ball. We always say with our junior college transfers or regular transfers, it's going to take at least a semester, if not a year. We pray for a semester, but that to get the feel. You know, it's just like a freshman coming in, even though they've been playing now for you know, an extra 2 years of college basketball. Just the simple fact of knowing terminology, knowing what Coach Henry and Coach Glenn and Coach Webb do, knowing the teammates, all those kind of things that go with it. It's the same thing for junior college guys, and he's really he's smarter than Dickens for one, which really helps. But he's done a great job of learning our sets, learning what and understanding what we want from him. And the bottom line is he just goes and plays sometimes. He's not quite sure maybe sometimes what he's supposed to do, but he's a great rebounder and does some great things for us. So we're excited, but once things do start slowing down for him, i.e. Friday and Saturday night, that he will hit some more shots, and he, like I said, he's just very good at stepping back out and knocking down the three as well. So we'll bring these two guys up. You can drill them as much as you want because Ryan's not here to speak for 40 minutes, so that'll be good. All right, come on up, guys. you're not sure which one's which, I'll let you guys try to figure it out after they talk.
How's it going? My name is Tyler Schoening, my coach said, and I'm from Sydney, Nebraska, and that's Marco.
Good afternoon, my name is Marco Pascollo, and I'm from Italy. Oh, my major is like electrical engineering, and he's my translator.
And actually, I am pretty stubborn. I just figured getting yelled at by coach wasn't a good time. It wasn't really a good time to get yelled at by coach, so I had to tell him. So, if you guys have any questions.
Do you know the play now?
I do know the play now. We got that taken care of.
You're playing that.
Yeah. I made sure I learned it that night, actually, when he drew it up. I made sure I memorized it.
And Marco, did you know what was going on?
I know what's going on. Sometimes sometimes I don't know. Maybe I don't understand what was going on. So let's say I don't know. I misunderstood some signals or something. So I think of playing some play, but then it's another set. So it's like a mess right there. But that happens during the game.
Besides basketball, what brought you both to that?
Well, for me, I was in Nebraska 2 years, and so first of all, I came here from Italy to do both things I like, that is like playing basketball and studying engineering at the same time. I can't do that in Italy because it's like a different kind of lifestyle, and we have clubs, so we don't have universities that give you these opportunities. So my only chance to do both was coming to the States. And then when I was in Nebraska, I realized that I wanted to end up in a really good engineering program. So I had this opportunity last spring with coach. He gave me this opportunity and I just took it. I thought it was like the perfect situation to come here.
For me, basically, growing up in Sydney, I spent a lot of time around Cabela's. Both my parents work for Cabela's, and I'm kind of, every chance I get, I like to spend outdoors, and the Black Hills is a great place to do that. And along with that, the great engineering program that we have here at the School of Mines.
What's your discipline?
Mine is mechanical engineering.
Yeah.
Electrical.
Electrical.
Yes.
Any other questions? Thanks, guys. Now, when in doubt, Marco, if you don't know what you're doing, just shoot it. Now, coach, you heard that from me. Yeah.
Turn it over.
And Tyler, by the way, speaking of shooting it well, I don't know what his field goal percentage is now, but through the first 6 games, it was like 87%. And it's still pretty high, and they weren't all layups, right? They weren't all layups, so doing a great job, guys. Appreciate you coming up here. One thing I can guarantee is women's basketball update will be shortened today. So this player's done a great job in the program. I've enjoyed watching her. She's from a great state, Montana. I'm from Montana. She's from Glendive, Montana. Welcome up senior Devyn Asche.
Yes, don't worry, I will keep it short and sweet. Nothing like Coach Larson. Like he said, my name is Devyn Asche. I'm a senior on the team. I'm studying civil engineering with a minor in environmental engineering, and I'll be graduating next December, so 2 more semesters left for me. Like I said, I'm from Montana. I grew up on a ranch. My parents actually, Christmas break was awesome. I got to go home and make some jerky that I'm not sure if I'm going to share any with Coach yet. It might be sad. I got to feed all my animals and stuff. I love going home every chance I get, and I think I really needed it to kind of relax a little bit. I mean, not like this weekend showed, but with the play, like I think one of the major things that our team needs to do is relax and play, and that's kind of been a big thing that coaches have been trying to get us more confidence and to play like we know we can play, and that's been a focus this week on practices. So moving forward from the 2 tough losses we had this last weekend, we are focusing on becoming a new confident team and playing for each other and playing with some confidence. And we're gonna show that this weekend. We are. We've had a few meetings together, a few heart-to-hearts, and we're set on changing it, turning it around right now. We've been on the brink of a lot of things. We'll win one and we'll lose one, and we've decided it's time to stay up. And as it is my senior season, there's only 2 of us seniors, but we all play for each other, and it's really exciting to see us all come together, and I'm really excited for what these future games have in store for us. I don't know what else Coach Larson would keep rambling on about, but do you have any questions for me? Oh, I forgot the clips. Nice post pass into Megan. Oh, I think that was me. We've really been working on getting the ball moving more in our offense, get some more skip passes and attacks at the basket. Because as you can see at the games, they've been bringing 2-3 people into our post play. So to get some more movement and allow the post to open up is what we really want to do. And yeah, skip passes. We've been all about that these last 2 days of practice.
Is everybody pretty healthy?
Yeah, we came back from break and about 85-90% of us were battling some head colds and whatnot from, I don't know, being tired of break and traveling and whatnot. But it's been really good to have this break after practice. We can go home and get our legs up and rest. So we've all, just starting like this week, we've all gotten a little bit healthier. On the road this weekend, it's pretty rough. All of us crammed onto the bus. We're in the little hot room in the back. it was a lot of close quarters, so it was hard not to be around the sick people and try to avoid it, but I made it out clear. That was the goal of the weekend, not to catch it. Like my roommate, everybody had it, so it's nice that we're getting healthy again, and hope to be all healthy for this weekend. And injury-wise, we've been doing pretty well too. We only have Mackenzie Becker still out with her foot, but she's starting to do a little bit more, has the boot off every once in a while now, so we hope to have her back soon too. Any other questions? Thank you.
I don't think we've ever had a player fill in for a coach, so Devyn did a nice job. 2 things to remind you about, Brad. What's up first? The game this weekend, and of course the combo tickets that are still on sale, but main focus is Friday night at the Barnett Arena. We encourage you to get your tickets if you haven't purchased those. Courtside tickets available, reserve tickets available, and general admission tickets are available here. Actually, right now, Anita has tickets available for general admission. So look forward to seeing you Friday night, doubleheader against Chadron State. And then, of course, you can still get the combo tickets at gotmine.com for Chadron and Black Hills. That is the best deal. We'd love to see you at both games, all right? So look forward to Friday. Come out to the Civic Center. Should be a great rivalry matchup. And then, of course, we're also playing Saturday, and that's back here at the King Center. It's youth sports night, so kids wear their jerseys. Kids 12 and under, wear your jersey. You get in free. Pass that along to your family and friends. We'll have a hot shot competition at halftime with some kids, and look forward to having a nice crowd against Regis. Saturday is the earlier start time. If you remember, 3:30 women, 5:30 with the men. So look forward to seeing you out this weekend at the Civic Center Friday and here Saturday. Thanks for coming, everybody. Have a good week.